Hello, I'm Raina Morgan with iHealthTube. We are visiting with Dr. Cheryl Selman. She is an author and a lecturer on women's health. Welcome, Dr. Selman.
It's good to be with you.
We've been talking about Hormone Heresy, your first book, and your personal journey that it caused you to investigate women's health, and especially menopause. Let's talk about some of the symptoms of menopause. Could we?
Absolutely. Well, the symptom that was really my awakening was night sweats. So
Night sweats.
night sweats. Now, we have to make some distinctions. Night sweats are different than hot flashes.
How are they different?
Well, they're different. They have different causes. You know, when you go to a doctor and you have your hot flashes or you have your night sweats, you know, they often will say, well, those are night sweats or hot flashes at night. So all lumped into the same basket.
Okay.
But, you know, in my research and investigation about these issues, they actually are different and they have different causes. So we'll start with night sweats because that was my experience. And just a little background at that point in my life when all these night sweats were just going on like crazy, I was working really hard. I was conducting a business. I was doing weekend trainings. I had a full-time, very busy personal, professional practice. I mean, I was just working all the time. And the night sweats are really symptoms of adrenal exhaustion.
Oh, really?
Yes, they're symptoms of adrenal issues. Now, when you're under a lot of stress, when you're working really hard, when you're skipping meals, when you're just dealing with life,
Worried, working too hard.
all those things exhaust your adrenal glands. Now, I have worked with so many women, and I test women using saliva testing, which is my preferred way to test hormone levels, and I believe it is a superior way to test hormones rather than blood serum testing. So in the women that I've been working with, I have not yet found a woman who wasn't in some stage of adrenal exhaustion.
That's
no matter
incredible.
young women or older women, right? It's a big problem, stress, and it takes its toll. I was under severe stress, didn't even realize it, but my adrenals were getting so exhausted and so worn out, and night sweats are really signaling women that they are having adrenal issues. So is insomnia, so is anxiety, so are the tendencies for allergies. These are all adrenal issues, a weakened immune system, lack of memory, the cortisol, the long-term stress hormone that's produced under high stress, actually will kill brain cells in the part of your brain that has to do with short-term memory, so you can't remember the words, and all these things are so common in women.
And we think it's just aging.
And we think it's aging.
So we think it's menopause.
We think it's menopause. Women have really never learned, I certainly never learned, before this happened in my life, how important the adrenals are. In fact, the adrenals are fundamental to hormonal balance. Fundamental. If hormones are out, it's usually because adrenals are exhausted. That's one of the key components to our hormonal balance.
I was wondering what you meant specifically about hormone balance.
So for me, my anxiety attacks really, as I learned along the way, were the result of extremely exhausted adrenal glands due to emotional stress, physical stress, physiological stress, inflammation that I had going on in my body. All these things contribute to stress, which exhausts the adrenals. Now, hot flashes, on the other hand, are related primarily to liver issues.
Really?
Yes. So the liver plays a major role. It has many functions in our body, and one of the roles of the liver is to, of course, metabolize all these chemicals and carcinogens, but it also metabolizes our own hormones. So when the liver is overwhelmed, congested, it results in the inability to properly metabolize estrogens into a safe and benign form. It turns it into a more potent and more powerful form of estrogen, which gets reabsorbed. And this directly relates to the symptoms which are due to high estrogen levels.
Which is the hot flashes.
The hot flashes. So when women come to me with hot flashes, I always think of liver issues. Generally, there are also adrenal issues, but liver is kind of a primary component going on. The night sweats are really telling us that women are dealing with adrenal exhaustion, and we have to really focus on the adrenals and support and nourish those adrenals and get them working optimally again.
Well, that gives us some real insight. So thank you, Dr. Selman.
You're welcome.